Okay, so everybody's dying to know why I need people's help next Tuesday. All right, so last night my husband took me out. We went to Ruth's Chris for dinner, had a filet, and had some sweet potato casserole, and had some cheesy potatoes, and a buffalo mozzarella salad, and some chocolate mousse cheesecake. Now, mind you, we split all of that. I did not eat all of that by myself, and we still took boxes home. So that's a huge difference, because before I would have eaten that whole piece of cake by myself, definitely, and the same thing probably with the rest of it. But it was amazing. So then after that, we went downtown Greenville. We walked around, which was really nice, which was fun. And something kind of funny happened. Back when my husband was in the Marine Corps, we used to hang out at the barracks a lot, because obviously he was in the Marines and whatever. But so there's this guy named Stevens, and he's actually my husband's friends list now. So I would laugh hysterically if somehow he saw this. Ha! But I was walking in the parking lot, and he was one of these guys that always had his guitar and would like go sing like random songs in the parking lot. And he was out there and he was singing with his guitar, and I was walking, and he changed his lyrics to "Fat Girl Walking in a Parking Lot." And even though that was like in, oh God, it was probably 2006, that still hurts me till today. It's like, it's terrible, the things that people say, and they don't even realize it. They think they're being funny, but like, what if I went and slit my wrists over something like that? Like, seriously, like, my weight got me into serious depression so many times, like, that wouldn't have surprised me. But anyways, so last night when we were walking downtown Greenville, there was a guy with a guitar, and he changed his lyrics to some fine lady walking down the street. Too bad she's holding this guy's hand, blah, blah, blah. It was really hilarious. So that made my night, but even better than that. So we go home, and we turn on the radio, and we'd been hearing about this karaoke contest, and my husband said something about it like a couple weeks ago, and we thought that it was already over. You couldn't qualify for it anymore. Well, lo and behold, we're on the way home, and we hear it on the radio. It says Chiefs in Greenville, last night to qualify, April 30th, blah, blah, blah. And so I was like, oh my gosh, that's tonight. I was like, let's go. It's on the way home anyways. He was like, okay. So we went to Chiefs in Greenville. And we walked in, and, you know, they had the radio stations 98.5 and 100, or whatever Chuck is, 97.7 set up. And we walked in. I had no intentions of getting any drinks or anything. He got a beer. We sat down. I wanted to assess the competition, which, you know, was fine. And so I watched a couple people sing before I was like, yeah, I think I'll do this. So I went up and I got one of the books. I started looking through it, and I decided, first of all, I had set my mind on doing California Girls by Katy Perry, just because of the fact that I'm from California, and technically Katy Perry and I went to the same high school, but who cares? She's just Katy Perry. So I had looked at doing her song, and then I looked at doing a couple of other ones. I wanted to do Last Name by Carrie Underwood, and they didn't freaking have it, and that was my song. So I was like, damn it, I don't know what else to do. And then we started looking at a couple other ones, and I found, what was it that I ended up doing? I ended up doing, Redneck Woman, Gretchen Wilson. And so I went up there, put my name in, I told them I wanted to be in the contest, whatever. So they called my name, and I went up, and, you know, all these people were making absolute freaking fools of themselves, dancing around like they're rock stars and whatever, and I was just like, dude, I still have this sinus infection, so I'm so not doing that, but whatever, I'm just going to sing anyways, it'll be fun, I don't care if I make it or not. So I ended up singing. I did what I would call a fairly decent job for me being super sick. Got a good crowd response. And I went back to the table, sat down, got a drink. My husband went up and go to the bathroom. 2 seconds later, this guy comes over to sit down next to me, and he was an older guy, and I was like, can I help you? And I said that the only reason he came and sat down next to me was because my husband got up and went to the bathroom. He's like, oh, the shirt's free. Until I looked over at him, I saw a shirt, and it said Chiefs, and I was like, oh, okay, this guy works here. So he said, hey, let me introduce myself, and he introduced himself. He was actually the owner of Chiefs, and he was like, where have you been? I was like, what do you mean, where have I been? He's like, where have you been? He's like, I've never seen you before, you've never been in here, you've never come and sang here, like, what's going on? And I was like, oh, well, you know, I live in Spartanburg, that's why. And then, so we talked for a few minutes. He goes, well, he was like, I want you here for the finals. He was like, I want you here for the semifinals. I want you pushed through to the finals. And he was like, can you come next Tuesday? I was like, yeah, that's fine. He's like, you have an awesome voice. And I was like, oh, thank you, whatever. So he's like, can I walk you up to the DJ stand? I want him to get all of your contact information. I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever. So we walked up there. He got all my contact information. And he was like, you know, I want your Facebook. I want your email. I want your husband's email. I want your phone number, your husband's phone number. I want every way of getting in contact with you possible. I'm like, okay. And so he got all my contact information. He told me, he was like, all right, next Tuesday, 8:30, Chiefs in Greenville. He was like, bring all your friends. I'm going to call you this week. You tell me how many people you're bringing. I'll have tables set up for you with free appetizers. Anything you want, you tell me, as long as you'll come and sing. And he was like, so you better be here. And I was like, sure, no problem. So I thought that was pretty cool. It was an awesome birthday present to get a compliment like that from the owner of a bar like that, and for him to go out and reach out and say, hey, I really want you to come back and sing and whatever. And I told him, I was like, I'm really sorry. I was like, it would have been a lot better, but I'm really sick. And he was like, it was awesome. So that made me feel really good, tooting my horn. But anyways, my name's Kristina Ray. I'm Take Shape for Life health coach. I lost 95 pounds in a little less than 8 months. I've kept it off for 7. Yesterday was the first skinny birthday of my entire life. It's going to be my first skinny summer, my first being able to wear a bikini all summer ever in my life, which would be amazing. And that was my first time having a compliment like that at a bar from bar owner. So I know that there's a lot more coming for me. I wish I would have found this program in my teens. There is a teen program available, so if you've got a teenage daughter or son that really needs something like this, please hit me up and I'll tell you how to get a hold of it. If you need a health coach, you need somebody that's free, that'll tell you good advice, that'll be there to support you and help you through this entire journey, please contact me. My contact information is below. If you're a friend of mine and you just watched this video and you are in the Carolinas or anywhere close and you want to come to Chiefs in Greenville next Tuesday, I think it's May 7th at 8:30 p.m. Please be there, because half of my points are based on crowd response. So be there, get wild, get crazy, eat some free appetizers, and scream my name all you want to. That'll make me happy. Once again, my name's Kristina Ray.